Nobody's going to tell you this. Your therapist won't. Your boys definitely won't. And every basic relationship channel out there is too scared to even go near it. But I'm going there. Because what happens in the 60 seconds after physical intimacy is literally rewiring both of your brains. And if you don't know what's going down in that window, you are leaving the most powerful moment of human connection completely on the table. Stay with me. Because by the end of this video, the way you see intimacy is never going to be the same. Welcome back to Talia Talks Love, the only place on the internet where we don't sugarcoat the psychology of love, attraction, and what actually builds a bond that lasts. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now because we go places other channels are too comfortable to go. Now let's get into it. Here's what nobody teaches you. The moment a man releases, his brain doesn't just chill out. It fires off a biochemical sequence that is identical to what happens during deep emotional bonding. Oxytocin floods the system. Dopamine locks in the reward. Vasopressin, the long-term loyalty hormone, starts building the neural bridge between that moment and you. That's not poetry. That's neuroscience. And here's the wild part. The woman in that moment? Her nervous system is reading everything. Every signal, every movement, every single thing you do next is getting encoded as an emotional memory. Not just a physical one, an emotional one. The brain doesn't separate the two. It never did. So let's talk about what's actually happening inside her and inside him. Because this is where it gets deep. At the peak of release, both people enter what psychologists call a state of neurological openness. The armor is down, the performance is gone. Every wall that human beings spend their whole lives building, completely dissolved in that moment. And what does the subconscious do when it's that exposed? It looks for one thing: safety. It scans the room. It reads the energy. It asks, am I seen right now? Am I accepted? Does this moment matter to the other person? And whatever answer it gets, that answer gets filed deep into the emotional memory system. Not as a thought, as a feeling, as a truth it will carry forward into every future interaction with that person. This is why two people can have the exact same physical experience and walk away feeling completely different things. One person feels connected, the other feels empty. The act was the same. The emotional aftermath was not. And that aftermath, those minutes right after, is the most psychologically significant part of the entire experience. Not the buildup, not the act. What happens after? Now let me break down the nonverbal psychology here, because this is where most people are completely unconscious. After intimacy, the nervous system is in a co-regulation state. That means your body's calm literally becomes their calm. Your breathing pace, your proximity, the warmth of your hand resting on their skin. These are not small gestures. To the subconscious, these are declarations. A hand that stays says, I'm still here. This mattered. Eye contact that doesn't look away says, I see you, not just your body, you. Staying present, not reaching for your phone, not filling the silence with noise. That says something the nervous system registers as one of the deepest forms of respect a human being can give another. Flip it. Someone who checks their phone the second it's over. They didn't say anything out loud. But the subconscious heard everything. Detachment, indifference, transaction. And here's the brutal truth. The subconscious doesn't care about your intentions. It only evaluates your impact. It doesn't matter that you didn't mean to make her feel like nothing. If your actions communicated absence in the most vulnerable moment she allowed herself to be in, that's what got encoded. That's the emotional truth she carries. And that imprint, it stacks every time. Until one day she can't explain why she feels disconnected from you, but she does, and she's not wrong. Because here's what science has consistently shown about oxytocin. It's not just a feel-good hormone. It rewires how the brain interprets connection with a specific person. Every genuine moment of presence, every unhurried touch, every moment of emotional attentiveness after intimacy is quite literally building a neurological pathway that associates you with safety, closeness, and love. You're not just having a moment. You are building the architecture of how she emotionally experiences you as a person. You are becoming the reference point her brain uses to answer the question, is this love? Is this safe? Is this real? And if you're watching this right now and something in you just shifted, if you're recognizing patterns, moments, connections you've had that you now understand on a completely different level, I need you to do something. Smash that subscribe button right now, because next week we're going even deeper into the neuroscience of emotional bonding and why most relationships never reach their full depth. Not because of incompatibility, but because of unconscious patterns nobody ever taught us to see. Let me bring it all together for you. Intimacy is not an event, it is a message. Every signal, every gesture, every breath in the moments that follow, they accumulate into a lasting emotional impression that shapes everything that comes after. The people who get this, who show up with presence, awareness, and genuine care in that silent window after the peak, they don't just create better experiences, they create bonds that feel different, bonds that feel real. Bonds the nervous system returns to and says, this is what safety feels like. This is what love feels like. Real intimacy isn't about technique. It's not about performance. It's about who you are in the silence. The care you give when no one's asking for it. The presence you hold when it would be easier to scroll. That is what changes everything, not the act, the aftermath. And now you know why. If this video cracked something open for you, shared it. Send it to someone who needs this perspective. Drop a comment below and tell me, what hit different for you today? What are you going to carry forward? And if you want to keep going deeper into the real psychology of love, attraction, and what actually creates emotional depth that lasts, subscribe, because we are just getting started. Comment the word connection below if this landed for you on a level that surprised you. I read every single one. I'll see you in the next one.